This girl has done nothing for my boy but judge him and make his life miserable.
Tyler Perry has done it again, dropping a new movie that's got everyone talking, and not just for the reasons you might think. Divorce in the Black sounds juicy enough with its star-studded cast, including Megan Good and Corey Hardrict, who are dealing with a very recent, very public divorce in real life, now playing a divorced couple on screen. Talk about art imitating life. And as if that wasn't enough, Perry threw in Richard Lawson, Tina Knowles' ex-husband, for an extra layer of awkward intrigue. But the real drama isn't on screen, it's behind the scenes. Tyler Perry seems to have stepped on some toes, particularly those of none other than Monique. Within the first 8 minutes of the film, a character appears who bears a striking resemblance to Monique. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a full-on doppelganger, leading many to believe it was intentional. And Monique? Well, she's not having it. She took to social media, calling out Perry for allegedly replacing her with a cheap lookalike. Is Monique onto something? Is Perry trying to pull a fast one? What's really going on? First off, you've got Megan Good and Corey Hardrict, fresh from a very public divorce, playing a divorced couple. Method acting or therapy? Nobody knows, but we're here for it. Then they cast Richard Lawson, yes, Tina Knowles' ex-husband too. Perry's really out here playing chess, not checkers, with these casting choices. But in the first 8 minutes of the movie, there's a character who looks a lot like Monique. We all know Monique and Perry have some serious history, and their relationship isn't exactly sunshine and rainbows. So for her to seemingly pop up in his movie, well, people have questions. It's not just Monique raising an eyebrow at this character, the fans are on it. Social media is blowing up with screenshots, side-by-side comparisons, and theories that would make Sherlock Holmes proud. Some folks are convinced it's a deliberate dig at Monique, while others are trying to figure out if Perry is playing some kind of 4D chess move here. Either way, fans are hooked, breaking down every frame of that movie like it's the Zapruder film. This is some next-level insanity, even for Tyler Perry. One tweet on X read, "Why does the lady in the church scene in Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black look like Monique? Is it just me?" For those who haven't seen it yet, Richard Lawson's character, Pastor Clarence, is up in the pulpit giving a eulogy. You'd expect something heartfelt, right? A celebration of life? Not so fast. This is a Tyler Perry production after all. You know, we're about to take a sharp turn into drama. Pastor Clarence throws out all pretense of a respectful eulogy and goes straight for the jugular, spilling tea about how Miss Linda's son, the deceased, was no saint. The young man had just gotten out of jail and was shot while trying to rob another church member. Can you imagine being Miss Linda, played by Ursula O. Robinson, sitting in the front row and hearing all this? Miss Linda was having none of Pastor Clarence's disrespect. She let loose on him and his congregation, calling them out for their judgmental attitude, especially in such an inappropriate setting. Her anger was palpable, and rightfully so. As if his initial comments weren't bad enough, Pastor Clarence then informed Miss Linda that he and his family were paying for the funeral out of pity, which only served to further infuriate her. At this point, Miss Linda reached her breaking point. She ripped off her hat, threw her dress at the pastor, and in a commanding voice yelled, "Y'all get the boy? No, not the casket. Take him out." It was a powerful moment of defiance as she reclaimed control of the situation and her son's memory. The scene was pure chaos, and the tension was palpable. One person wrote on X, "I'm not even 10 minutes into the film, but Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black has one of the craziest openings I've seen in one of his movies." Another added, "Watching Divorce in the Black, clearly they wanted Monique for the role of old boy's mama. They went and found a doppelganger. Let's address the elephant in the room because things just got very real between Monique and Tyler Perry." We're talking about two powerhouses in the entertainment industry, both known for their immense talent and, let's be honest, their no-nonsense personalities. But this isn't some behind-the-scenes whisper campaign. Monique has taken her grievances public and is holding nothing back. She's accusing Tyler Perry of straight-up replacing her with a cheap lookalike for a project, and she's not mincing words about how she feels disrespected and undervalued. We've all heard whispers about Hollywood politics and the egos that come with the territory, But Monique is putting it all on blast, raising questions about fairness, respect, and the value placed on experience and talent. This isn't just about one role, it's bigger than that. Monique is using her platform to shed light on what she perceives as a pattern of behavior, and it's sparking a much-needed conversation about how Black artists, particularly Black women in Hollywood, are treated. Monique isn't just calling out Perry, she's also sending a message to this new actress who seems to resemble her. It's like she's saying, "Hey, I've been where you are, and trust me, be careful. This industry can be brutal, and this guy, well, let's just say you need to watch your back." Whether Monique's claims are true or not is a whole other conversation, but one thing's for sure, she's not afraid to speak her mind, and she's definitely not going down without a fight. Some fans are going full on conspiracy theorists, speculating that Tyler Perry is playing a very calculated, very shady game here. They're saying this isn't just a random actress who happens to resemble Monique. Oh no, they believe this was a deliberate casting choice designed to hurt Monique on two levels. First, the resemblance itself is a sting, like Perry saying, "See, I can easily replace you." But then there's the character's personality. She's being described as mean, bitter, and just plain unpleasant. Some fans are convinced that Perry is using this character to throw shade at Monique, basically painting her as a difficult, demanding diva. It's all speculation, of course, but you have to admit it makes for a pretty juicy theory. Is Tyler Perry really that petty? We may never know for sure, but one thing's certain, this whole situation just got a whole lot more interesting. There's a whole contingent of fans who are saying, "Monique, honey, you might want to send Tyler Perry a thank you note." For all his success and accolades, Perry doesn't exactly have a spotless reputation in Hollywood. There have been whispers for years about his on-set behavior, his treatment of actors, and his, shall we say, particular way of doing things. Some have even gone so far as to call him controlling and difficult to work with. These fans are looking at this whole casting situation and saying maybe this is a blessing in disguise for Monique. They suggest she might have just dodged a major bullet by not being involved in this production. It's like they're saying, sure, it's a blow to the ego to be replaced, but trust us, you're better off steering clear of this whole mess. It's a whole new perspective on the drama, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. One person wrote, "Monique should be glad he didn't choose her for this role. They need to stop typecasting Monique. Perry is the king of typecasting. All he would have done is underutilize Monique's talents and have her playing the same types of roles instead of allowing her to show her versatility." And you know what? Those fans might have a point. Let's not forget that Monique herself has spoken out about feeling mistreated and undervalued by Perry in the past. She's been very vocal about her experiences, and those stories haven't exactly painted him in the most flattering light. So yeah, maybe she dodged a bullet here like dodging a toxic ex. You might still have feelings, there might still be hurt and resentment, but at the end of the day, you're better off moving on and finding happiness elsewhere. That being said, it's totally understandable why Monique is feeling hurt and angry. It's hurtful to feel like you've been replaced, especially by someone who seems intentionally cast to resemble you. It's a blow to the ego, and it can bring up a lot of old wounds. Remember when Monique said, "I've never seen so many cowards and Black men in this business"? She included Tyler Perry in that statement, saying she and her husband got labeled